We're at Ruby Foo's Dim Sum and Sushi Palace on Manhattan's Upper West Side with lethal tongue comedian Margaret Cho.
And people talk to you a lot more if you have a dog, because I was walking the dog and this homeless guy jumped out and he goes, "That dog gonna wind up in a pot of rice."
Who's a self-proclaimed foodie.
And I believe in food as a real life passion. It's a glorious way to live.
You and I are going to get along.
We are.
Yeah, that's
We've ordered an all-star selection of dim sum, sushi, and sashimi.
It's like a pasta, but also a meat and a kind of...
We'll get the secret on how to fashion a most delicate dumpling.
Make a little pouch, sliding through it, and that's your shumai.
And we'll learn the recipe for an all-American chocolate cake.
Now, don't be shy with this frosting. This is one of the best parts of the cake.
Oh, Margaret, this is only the first course. Do you think we ordered too much?
Well, it's Pan-Asian food. We'll be hungry again in an hour.
Well, Margaret Cho, thank you very much for bringing us here to Ruby Foo's Chopsticks Up.
Yes. Now, this is difficult because I don't want to break the spell of how beautiful it all is, and I don't know where to go first.
Well, where does your appetite drive you?
I think it goes into the shumai here.
All right. So you're hungry today?
I'm hungry, a little bit hungry today.
Ruby Foo's has some wonderful appetizer selections like slow-roasted duck nachos, crispy Thai calamari, and vegetable summer rolls. The first course for our hungry guest, sushi and sashimi and assorted dumplings, including crab and shrimp shumai. And for dipping, we enjoyed a trio of sauces.
Now, the sauces, I'm confused. There's too many.
Well, there's 3 sauces, and they're trying to do a hybrid here. They're saying you can use these sauces on anything. So, let's see. I'll go for the red one because, you know.
I'll go for the remoulade. Good?
You know, I love the texture of a dumpling. It's that all-encompassing, it's in my mouth, I got it all. Can't eat half a dumpling. Got to go for the whole thing.
It's like a pasta, but also a meat and a kind of and a sauce.
Shielding the mouth.
With everything.
Good.
Okay.
How about a little sashimi?
Okay.
All right, good. Which one do you want? You first.
I don't know,
Is this like soul food for you? Being of Korean descent?
When I was growing up, my mother made sushi for us, and that was like one of the first solid foods that I ate after baby food.
Really?
So sushi. I used to love octopus.
Right.
To me, that was like the best thing.
Wow.
No.
Here, I'll bring this over.
Okay.
I have to start acting like a host here. Come on.
Oh, cool.
You must. That's the barbecued eel, and I'll try one too. Now, Margaret, before you take that bite, when I have guests who go, they don't eat anything, I have to force them to eat, come on, eat something. We're going to eat today. We're eating today. This is barbecued eel.
Oh, you know we're going to eat. We're going to eat.
You have described yourself to me as a foodie. And, we're on the Food Network here.
Well, I actually love to watch the Food Network, and I love food, and I love to watch it prepared. I love to watch people talking about it. I love to see it, and I love to make it. I read cookbooks just like they are regular books. I am a disciple of MFK Fisher. And I believe in food as a real life passion. It's a glorious way to live.
You and I are going to get along.
We are.
Yeah, that's how
Margaret became a comedian because she loved to make people laugh. Beyond making people laugh, Margaret, is there something you're trying to do with your humor?
Well, I think what I'm trying to do is just offer up a new perspective, offer up a new point of view, and just to be out there. And I have personal reasons why I want to do this. Mostly, I can't do anything else. I've been fired from every other job I've ever had.
What is the worst job you ever had that you got fired from?
I was the Raggedy Ann at FAO Schwartz.
At Christmas time, you mean? You were in a costume?
I put on a costume, and then I'd go and I would play with kids. And then at the same time, I had a job doing phone sex. So I didn't have time to change my clothes in between Raggedy Ann and phone sex. So I'd go to the studio and be on the phone with guys with the red circles. I took the wig off, but I would still have freckles and red circles and the bloomers and stuff.
What was that like, having a job doing phone sex? Forget the Raggedy Ann costume for a second. That could have been a turn-on for something like that. What was that like?
I think that it's probably really similar to what I do now.
You're just standing up. I've seen your show.
Yeah,
standing up and getting people excited by
it was the same sort of thing. I mean, I just I don't know. You know what was weird was when I did phone sex, I got really comfortable saying dirty words.
And then now you bring that to the stage.
Which is very easy for me to do now.
We probably won't get too many on the Food Network today.
No.
Do you have any you have to get out of your system before?
No.
Margaret became famous when she was cast in a sitcom based on her own life called All American Girl. One reason the show turned out to be a disaster for her was that the network pressured Margaret to lose weight. But this is now something she actually pokes fun at in her new comedy act.
So this network and I launched a full-scale war on my body, which included a lot of things. A trainer was hired. This guy would come over to my house every morning at 7 in the morning, work me out for 4 hours, 6 days a week. And it wouldn't have been so bad if he hadn't have also been an entrepreneur and had to talk my ear off the whole time about his stupid infomercial idea. Tybo, who knew? Celebrate.
So you're a woman who really doesn't want to worry too much about your weight.
No, I don't at all.
Not at all.
Not at
all. You
all.
want to be able to eat what you want to eat. What's the number one lesson you learned from the bad experience on the series that you think you can share with people? There's a lot in your act. You are sharing those insights.
Oh, yeah. I think it's just about trusting yourself and protecting yourself and loving yourself, really. That's like the basic lesson. And so few people in our society do that, and it's really strange that the norm is self-loathing and self-hatred, the way that things are. And that's my big lesson that I learned and that I'm trying to share.
Just trust yourself.
Trust yourself.
And
Eat the dim sum.
And I'll have a dim sum too. I haven't tried the green sauce yet.
The green sauce is kind of a minty, it's kind of Indian. It's kind of a minty Indian. It's good.
This is Pan-Asian food. That's exactly. It's a wonderful concept.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
good.
You know, sometimes I think I should do an entire segment like that.
We have to do it like that.
No, we'll be back right after this. But first, let's see how Ruby Food's executive chef, Jet Horapan, makes those melt-in-your-mouth dumplings. To make the stuffing for the dumplings, Jet heats onion, garlic, fresh ginger, carrots, and chicken broth in a wok. He turns off the heat, adds his shrimp and crab meat to the hot wok, along with a little fresh cilantro.
And the next step we're going to do is we're going to shape up our shumai. This is a one-time skin. If you can't find a one-time skin in the Asian market, go in the supermarket and buy ravioli skin. Okay? First thing you do is get one sheet, a little bit of water, just get them wet up a little bit, and add your products. What I do is I add, depending on what you like, big one, small one, but that's what we do is just enough. Make a little pouch, slide them in through it, and that's your shumai. Get your base, and there we go.
The dumplings are then placed in a basket and steamed for a minute and a half.
And now our last minute is up. We're going to see what our shumai look like. That's our shrimp and crab meat shumai.
Welcome back to our corner table with comedian Margaret Cho at Ruby Food's Dim Sum and Sushi Palace in Manhattan. The stunning space by restaurant architectural star David Rockwell is a playful take on Chinatown's food emporiums, with a red lacquer wall resembling a giant Japanese bento box and a duplex sushi bar. So, Margaret, what do you think about the way Ruby Foods is decorated, the way the place looks here?
Oh, I think it's amazing. I think it's so lavish and it's so comfortable and beautiful and light and airy, and it's amazing.
And yet you can also enjoy food at just a counter with plain nothing as long as the food in front of you is good, right?
Oh, you could put my food on a cardboard box and sit in the middle of Times Square and I would enjoy it.
So some of the main plates enjoyed at Ruby Foods are the 3-flavor crispy whole fish, green curry chicken, and pad thai. Our second course included a variety of dim sum, including crab cakes, sweet potato dumplings, spring rolls, and the house favorite, tamarind glazed baby back ribs.
I think I'm going to try the rib, but I'm going to cut it with a knife because I can't,
And I'll take one of my perennial favorites, which is a crab cake, even though I don't eat a lot of deep-fried food.
It seems like it's okay. It's somehow, since it's so small.
Yes, that's right. Miniature portions of anything are fine.
I know. I think it's fine. This is really beautiful.
You're going to like this.
Oh, good. Usually we have our Malaysian curry chicken pot stickers.
Malaysian curried chicken pot stickers.
These are very good. They're very sweet.
Really? Give it a try.
The ribs are really, really wonderful.
Your mother is, and talking about your mother is one of the mainstays of your act. What would your mother say about Ruby Foods? If we could sit her down here.
She would say, "This is too fancy. They do too much trouble for me. This too fancy." She would be really uncomfortable.
And how about if we could put your mother as a guest? What would you think about the concept of Bill Boggs' Corner Table if she were here as a guest eating food on television? What would Mom say?
She'd probably say, "Don't put a camera on me. I want to eat in peace. Don't put it. I just want to try this one. I just want to try. Don't put a camera on. I just want to try this. I just want to try this one." That's what she would do.
I want to eat in peace.
Yeah, she'd be very...
I save my mother's messages because they're worth saving. Boop. I have to tell you something. Grandma and the grandpa gonna die. I don't know when they're gonna die, but sometimes, so Mommy's just telling you now.
And what about Mom's cooking?
The other thing she made was kimchi, which is pickled cabbage.
Right, you can have that 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Kimchi.
It's wonderful, but she would pack it, and you have to ferment it in the ground for 3 months. So she would bury it in the backyard, but not mark where she buried it. So she would have to go and look for it with like a metal detector months later, like, I don't know where
What's your mother do? Let me hear you. What's your mother? What did it sound like? She's in the backyard?
I think I put it there. No, that's not. I think I put it there. I put it there. It was like she was like looking for buried treasure.
Does Mother give you a lot of pressure to settle down with a Korean man?
Well,
is that an issue in the family?
No, actually, I think that my life journey has gone so far out of my parents'
Of your
plans
orbit,
for
yes.
me.
They did not plan for you to be a stand-up comedian.
No, not at all.
What did
certainly.
they want their daughter to do?
I don't know exactly. I think that I came out so rebellious and so with my own thing. And when I was a teenager, I was expelled from high school, and I didn't end up graduating from high school. So
Pure rebellion. You're not
rebellion.
even a high school graduate.
I'm not even a high school graduate. I'm like a classic teenage delinquent bad girl, like from juvenile hall. And
no, we're not endorsing that. But what enabled you to focus whatever you had and become successful? Because you really kind of did it on your own. It was like a weed growing up.
Yeah, really. Because I had nothing else to do. There was nothing left. You know, I had nothing to fall back on. I had no sense of kind of legitimacy to my life. And if I realized that if I wasn't going to be famous, then I would be invisible.
So you set out to be famous.
Yeah.
You went to dinner at the White House.
Oh, I know. I did. And the president was so nice, but didn't hit on me. And I was really disappointed by that. I thought there's something wrong with me. You know, that
was this a normal dinner at the White House? What's the food like at the White House, Margaret?
It was okay.
Okay. Not as good as Ruby Foods?
Not as good as
Not
Ruby
even
Foods.
close, huh?
But they had an intriguing dessert, which was crystallized ginger, which was very intriguing, and sorbet, and I stole a bunch of chocolate off the table. They had like
White House chocolate.
chocolate.
Where'd you put it? In your pocketbook?
I put them in my pocketbook. Yeah.
Did you give one to your mother?
I gave one to my mother.
And what did your mother say when you gave?
Oh, that's too fancy for that's too fancy.
You can keep me laughing all day with your mother. Can I tempt you with one last thing?
Yes.
A huge piece of chocolate cake. You don't have to eat the whole thing.
Okay. Oh, all right.
All right.
Oh, pull my leg.
I
Okay.
didn't have to twist your arm.
No.
At the corner table, comedian Margaret Cho and our dessert, old-fashioned chocolate layer cake.
This is so good.
Very good.
A very
Wow.
rich, dense cake. And then the ginger ice cream to go with it. I love a la mode anything also.
I love ice cream and cake. And vanilla and chocolate. What
That's
kind of ice cream?
delicious.
Is it ginger ice cream?
It's ginger ice cream. That's really good.
Now let me ask you this. This is the big Food Network question. We bring the cameras to Margaret Cho's house. Give us your best shot. What are you going to make for us? Margaret, you're making dinner for the people in the Food Network.
I think I'd probably make
Any
you...
ingredients, we'll provide whatever you want. What do you
I
want?
think I'll probably make you my famous, which is my recipe that I stole from my friend, It's my famous seared swordfish with black bean and mango chutney sauce.
This is the A. That's your A dish, right?
That's my A dish
Seriously.
that I would impress you with.
Going to make me dessert, or are we going to order it from Ruby Foods?
We probably ordered dessert in from Ruby Foods because I couldn't top this. I couldn't possibly.
How do you like the New York food scene? Now, you're from San Francisco, right?
Uh-huh.
And you live in Los Angeles, but you've been in New York for a while doing your show. What do you think of the New York food scene?
Oh, I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I think that there's such great things happening in food out here, and there's just like so many beautiful places to eat and so many beautiful streets to walk it off in. So good.
It's a showstopper.
Oh, crazy.
This cake is
I'm
so
gonna
good.
try it with a fork.
It's so, I'm in sugar shock. This
know.
cake is amazingly good. Pastry chef
Now you
Kevin
put the whole
DeMarco
mix
serves up to 60 slices of chocolate cake each day at Ruby Foods, and here's how he does it.
Turn it on, put it on
He
one
first mixes 2 eggs,
Then let
6
it mix
egg
up.
yolks, butter, and sugar.
Right now we're going to let it whip until the sugar is melted. We want this to double in size and volume. While that's whipping, we can go over and start the next process of the cake.
Kevin then adds boiling water to a combination of unsweetened cocoa and baking soda.
When the water moisture hits the baking powder, you'll see it foam. It's the same process when you're a little kid and you make those volcanoes for science project. It's the same thing. It's carbon dioxide, gas, and that comes through, and that's what's going to make the cake rise.
When the butter mixture has doubled
that a
in
little
volume,
mix.
Kevin combines
And
vanilla
also
extract, salt, sour
processed
cream,
cocoa mixture.
melted unsweetened chocolate, and the cocoa powder mixture. The batter is then transferred to a large mixing bowl
of,
where
baking
cake
powder.
flour and baking powder are added.
We're going to do a technique called folding. And we're not going to totally incorporate the flour. We don't want to develop the gluten in the flour. And as a result, if you over-fold it, you will get a dense cake.
Then
First,
whipped egg
so we
whites are
deflate the egg
folded into
whites.
the mixture. The batter is poured into a greased cake pan and placed in a convection oven for
Convection oven
approximately 50 minutes.
50
To
minutes,
test for
yeah.
doneness,
The middle comes out and it has a light crumb on it, and it's not wet. It's done.
the cake is then cut in half lengthwise,
Make it look like
layered, and spread with a generous amount of homemade
And you just
chocolate
twist it.
icing.
Now, don't be shy with this frosting. This is one of the best parts of the cake.
A hefty portion is sliced
A little hot fudge.
and then served with vanilla bean ice cream, caramel, and chocolate sauce.
And that's your old-fashioned chocolate layer cake.
The front is good because it's pointy.
What was that? The front
The front is
good
good because it's pointy.
I liked it when you said it looked like a shoe.
It looks like my shoe.
It's like about a size 4.
It's about the size 4. It's huge.
Well, if we could take you, other than the Taj Mahal Hotel, anywhere in the world tonight for a great meal, anywhere, where would you like to be? No show to do, nothing to do tomorrow. You can just sit back, relax, and have a fine dining. Where do you want to be eating?
I don't know. I think sometimes I kind of get really proletariat and I want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. Sometimes I just get real working class.
What kind of cheesecake? With the blueberry topping or just
I like
straight?
the Cheesecake Factory with the, I like the cheesecake with the Snicker bar.
The actual Snicker bar round? Never
No,
had that
they
one.
make it like a Snicker bar. They make it with pieces of Snicker bar and then like peanuts and cheesecake and chocolate, and it's like a Snicker bar, but it's cheesecake.
How about fast food temptations? You're driving down the highway in
Oh.
L.A. Where do you like to pull in? What are your favorite spots in L.A. to just pull into the car? And
I
have...
really can't do that. Fast food's a little salty.
Now, if we could come back, say, to this table at Ruby Foods in 10 years, 10 years of our lives have gone by, we're still rolling along with Bill Boggs going to the table here. What do you want to be able to say about the 10 years of your life that has passed?
That I was happy, that I had a lot of great meals, that I had fun, and that I get to have this cake again.
And one more time in 10 years, huh? Well, you know, we like to close all of our shows with asking our guests to offer a toast to our Food Network viewers.
Okay.
Now, we have to toast with iced tea and coffee.
Coffee.
What would you like to say to that, Margaret?
The best revenge is eating well. I think I've taken it all. Taken all I can. It's great.
Excellent. Well, listen, good luck on the road with your show.
Thank you.
And if you need us to, FedEx food to you wherever you are around the country,
I might.
it can be done.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.